Let's talk some NBA because we are a day away from the trade deadline at 3 Eastern, and the first domino has fallen. Many teams, many players involved. The headliner in this one, the Rockets, dealing away Clint Capella, Nene, and Gerald Green. In return, they're getting Minnesota's Robert Covington, Jordan Bell, and a second-round pick. This massive trade involves 12 players, and according to our front office insider Bobby Marks, it is the largest NBA trade since the Knicks moved Patrick Ewing to the Supersonics in 2000. Something to keep in mind, the T-Wolves now have multiple first-round picks for the 2020 NBA draft as they look to potentially land D'Angelo Russell from the Warriors. As we also welcome in our NBA insider Adrian Wojnarowski and our front office insider Bobby Marks. Woj, where does this trade leave the Rockets with tomorrow's trade deadline at 3 p.m.?
Well, what was the biggest NBA trade since 2000 could still get bigger. Houston has still $12 million that they can spend to build this trade up. They could bring in another salary. They could reroute a player, get more assets. So Houston's going to continue to try to be active here between now and 3 p.m. Thursday.
And you know, Bobby, you heard Damon Jones earlier. He's like, look, they need a center, Tristan Thompson. What's the biggest question you have with the Rockets now that Clint Capella has been done?
I think we're going to find out if small ball works, right? That's going to be, you've got P.J. Tucker playing center on a good day, he's 6'6". So if you look at the standings today, they're in the 5 seed, Utah's in the 4 seed. Who's the center for Utah? Rudy Gobert. So that's going to be the challenge. We've seen mixed results as far as in the Dallas game. They were plus 10 with that starting unit. Against New Orleans, they were a minus 10. So that's going to be the biggest concern. But how do you go out and get a center, stay under the luxury tax, you're $5.8 million below the tax, and try to fit something in without giving up more draft picks? Remember, they already gave up a first-round pick here.
Yeah, and they've won 10 of 11 games this year with Capella out of the lineup.
So the Rockets doing the headlines right now, but what other team, Woj, do you think we should be keeping an eye on that might make some moves by tomorrow? Well,
Oklahoma City is going to be a really interesting team because they've got several players at all different positions. If they wanted to start liquidating Danilo Gallinari, Steven Adams at center, Dennis Schroeder at guard, and this is a team that right now is in the playoffs, has played really well. Billy Donovan has done one of the better coaching jobs in the league. Oklahoma City's open for business. They are listening on deals, but they can take all of those players into the summer and revisit it then and finish the year with this group. And Oklahoma City's even had some talks with some teams where they would improve that team before the postseason.
And I think for the Lakers, they are kind of the wild card out there. And keep an eye on Marcus Morris in New York. If somehow the Lakers can stack the contracts, Kyle Kuzma is the name to watch. But the challenge is going to be Marcus Morris makes $15 million. Kyle Kuzma makes $2 million. So how do you get to $10 million there without gutting that roster? You basically have to do a 4-for-1 trade, and now we're looking at roster restrictions. You can only take 15 players back. So that's going to be the challenge for a team like the Lakers there.
Yeah, and then with the Knicks, obviously firing Steve Mills recently, you have to wonder if they're going to do something with their front office a little bit in flux at this point.
What's up? Thank you so much for watching ESPN on YouTube. Don't forget to download the ESPN app, and if you want more premium content, which you do, make sure that you subscribe to ESPN+. See you soon.